Let's talk about Camp Cretaceous.
Alright, so last week the Camp Cretaceous trailer came out and got the Jurassic World community really hyped. Had some mixed reviews, basically down to the art style. But let's talk about some of the positives. And here is one of them now. Firstly, just look how awesome that poster is. It's really well done, I think. I love the lighting. I think the Indominus Rex model is done really well. You can tell it's not the same, CGI ILM exact replica, because it has got a slight cartoony factor to it. But if it was too realistic, it wouldn't quite fit with the tone of the program. And I love the fact that you can see the zip line above. And another thing that's awesome is that gate. I'm a big fan of the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous gate. I love the fact that it's got the original text and it's took the style of the original park and kind of give it a modern, almost kiddie-like twist. It reminds me of something from the Flintstones. And if you're in your late 20s, early 30s like me, then you probably are in the same boat as me. And I loved the 1995 Flintstones movie. So instantly this gate kind of fell in love with. Now this next shot is probably my favourite shot of them all that I've seen. This is not actually taken out of the trailer that we saw, it's from the promotion shots, and I think this is absolutely stunning, and I want to hear what you guys think as well. Now let's just lay back and look at that shot. Absolute beauty and perfection. Now what I've noticed is that the quality of the picture is actually a little bit better than what appeared in the trailer. I found the trailer a little bit condensed and compressed, a little bit odd. It wasn't quite HD from what I'd expect. And this picture makes the animals look, I think, a bit better, as well as the background and the scenery. And I love the fact that it's got a sunset and the light reflected on all the animals. If you look closer, you can actually see the stripes on the Stegosaurus, which isn't actually part of the film Canon. So I'm wondering whether this is just an intake on like the actual thing that DreamWorks have done, just to make it look slightly different because it's a cartoon, and you're just supposed to accept the fact that they are the same animal. It's just their interpretation of it, because it's cartoon basically. And they did the same thing with the Raptors. They did kind of make the colours different. Now the next shot I don't quite get and understand, but it's interesting, it's mysterious. Let's have a look. So we have Owen's Raptor paddock back. We've got Blue, Charlie, Delta and Echo. Echo and Charlie seem to have had a slight different design feature. You can see they've got a bit more of a whiter underbelly. You can see Echo on behind Blue onto her right. On the picture it's on the left, the second one in, and then you've got Charlie on the right there. I believe so anyway, you can't really tell in the lighting. Even so, I know that they've had a different colour scheme added to them to make them a little bit more vibrant and a bit different from the ones that we see in the movie. Now a lot of people had a problem with this. I understand why DreamWorks have done it, because when you're appealing to kids, you want the Raptors' designs to stand out. Now in the movie Jurassic World, they don't necessarily look an awful lot different to one another, apart from Blue, who stands out because of the grey and the blue stripe. Charlie and Delta specifically look very similar, and a lot of people do get confused by which one is which, because the colours aren't necessarily vibrant and they don't stand out massively unless you've got a HDR 4K TV. For a standard TV and streaming, the quality on the imagery isn't as good, so people don't tell the difference. Whereas when you're watching something in a kids show, you want these raptors that are supposed to be different to look different, and I think that DreamWorks have done that quite well. and you can see here that they have got a slight cartoony look to them, but they look as familiar as we know that we see them in the movies. Well, the most intriguing thing about this scene is why are the kids in the paddock, how they got in there, which is interesting enough, like, because I wouldn't believe that they'd have fell from the walkway out the top, because that's quite a height, and the chances of a kid maybe surviving, that's possible, but not being injured and really hurt, then that's different. But then it is a cartoon, so it's difficult to see what's going to happen here. But what's really confusing is the timeline. Now, hold on a minute. Now, is this during the events of Jurassic World, or is it before the events that we see in the movie? Does this happen before the Indominus escapes because they're all together in the paddock? It's a little bit confusing, which makes me wonder, are we going to see Chris Pratt? Well, Owen Grady. Who knows? Now, this next image is not quite my favourite, but it's definitely something to think about. Like, what are InGen doing? All of a sudden we have got Parasaurolophus that glow in the dark. Well, glow in the dark Parasaurolophus. Where do these come from? Like, what? I'm not gonna lie though, they look bloody awesome. Look at them. Even the kids look shocked. Look at his little face there in the front. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you, I don't care. Quality vehicle. If you don't like it, tough. Who doesn't want to see a Jurassic Park Jeep as a six-wheeler? I'm sorry, but that is an awesome vehicle. Even look at the dirt. Look at the dirt on it. You can even see the tread into the tyres. It's pulling a gyrosphere. Come on, that is like old meets new. Perfect. And if you disagree, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Now we've got 3 more images to go through before I reflect and show how awesome this program is going to be. Now the next image I'm going to show is of Bumpy. We get to see a better view of Bumpy, the little Ankylosaurus. Now, it's an odd colour, very Lego in colour, and these kids carry this Ankylosaurus pretty easy, and I think this thing would be rather heavy to carry, so I don't quite know how that worked, but nonetheless it is a cartoon, remember, so sometimes logic will go out the window. But he is adorable. I have a feeling this is going to be our little the child, baby Yoda, so to speak. Just look how cute he is, come on, look how cute he is. Look at that little head, and look how I love how the detail and the shininess of his back, like, it really adds some texture. And I like the fact that the character's got some dirt on him, so he's obviously been through something at this point. This looks like a reunited incident in the program where they might have been in some mortal peril and they've reunited and they're happy to see each other. Maybe the kids really do get fond of this animal. Come on, he is cute, isn't he? Just look at him there on the floor, look how cute. That does remind me of like a Lego shot, something you'd see in the Lego games. It's just standing there like that. But the kids look like they're attached to that vehicle, just stuck behind it because they don't want to move. And they don't look exactly excited at this point. There's something there that they really don't want to be near. And my guess is it's the Indominus. Now this last image is it's the end of the trailer, basically. This isn't an extra bit of promotion footage. We've actually seen this image before, and it is the T-Rex that is bursting through the Camp Cretaceous gate. Now, I don't think this is going to happen in the series. I think it was more of a promotion thing, just sort of to show you that the Rex will be in the show at some point. I could be completely wrong. I probably am wrong, because no one knows, but you know, I think this is just for promotion. But I think it's a really awesome image. Let's have a look. Now, one thing you can't deny is that the coloration is spot on. They've really stuck to the Jurassic World coloration. They've kept it consistent with all the promotion stuff with Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and even Jurassic World Dominion. It looks to me like they've used the model that they used in Jurassic World Evolution, and also the it's got a squarer jaw, but it's great. I love it. Some people are gonna pick this apart no matter what anyway, because for some reason social media they tend to love picking apart the Rex, but I think this image is brilliant. Great way to finish the trailer, and everyone loves to see Rexy, don't they? Now, I know I said there's going to be 3 more images, but there's actually 4. This is the last image. Promise, last image. Now, I think this is actually quite an important image, so you're going to want to see this. Look, we've got the map. We've got the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous map here. Now, if you look, you can see the lagoon has been moved back to the middle. So, it's not the Fallen Kingdom map. So, Fallen Kingdom retconned Jurassic World with the map to make the plot convenience for the mosasaur escaping into the ocean, but with this, because they wanted to link it to Jurassic World, they've moved the lagoon back to the centre with Main Street, and you can see Camp Cretaceous, the logo on the left hand side with the hologrammy yellow arrowy thing pointing upwards, and what do you see next to it? The Jurassic Park Visitor Centre. We're going to see the old park. Get in! That's so exciting. Now look at the rest of the map. You can see the aviary on the left hand side. I don't quite know what that leafy section is supposed to be. I'm wondering whether that's just where the herbivore is and like the Gyrosphere Valley. I assume that's where it is. And I don't quite know what the gold merit badge thing is supposed to represent either. But what's interesting is this paddock thing at the bottom that's got the meat little icon. Like, what is that? Where is that? What is that supposed to represent? Is that where the Indominus is being held? I don't believe so, because the Indominus was actually held in the movie. It was in the north part of the island where the volcano section is, because it broke out and headed south towards the main street. So I don't know what this is supposed to be. Could this be where the Raptor paddock is? I don't know, it's interesting, and like it just asks more questions. So let's have a little think about all this. So we've got a Jurassic World map that retcons Fallen Kingdom's map. So it's gone back to the original map that we saw in Jurassic World. It's supposed to take part during the events of Jurassic World. We've got the Indominus alive still. We've got the aviary in the correct places. We've got a few mysterious icons on there, I'm not going to lie. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be answered quite well. The children get attacked. We've got the original visitor centre there. Is this going to be proper canon and not soft canon? What do you think? Yeah. Well, there it is. Leave a comment below. What do you think? Laters.